Yes, we should be able to cut more costs now. Yes, I'll recalculate it here. By the way, I heard your sister gave birth to a healthy baby girl. Congratulations! I'm Shion Kagami. I work in the financial consulting division at the rapidly growing consulting company, Loran. It's been 2 years since I joined as a new graduate, and I'm lucky to be blessed with great colleagues and clients. Understood. Let's focus on that direction and refine it further. As for the budget... Oh, I went to that ramen shop in Kichijoji that Sasaki-san mentioned. The meat was really tender. He's amazing, Kagami-san. He works fast and naturally gets along with the clients.
Yes, I think that's his strength. Something that can't be gained just by knowledge.
I want to be a consultant like Kagami-san. Everyone in my department recognizes me. They're good people. Except for one. Hey, Kagami! Yes. What's the matter, department head? When I turn around to the sudden loud voice, I see department head Kanda walking toward me with an angry look. Department head Kanda is the head of the financial consulting division I belong to. You know, it's great that you're friendly with the clients, but that doesn't mean work stops while you're doing it. I'm sorry. We don't need someone who's just good at being friendly. You need to know when to separate the two. I know I'm not perfect, but it seems like he's especially harsh on me.
Hey, Shion-kun. Sorry to keep you waiting.
She's Ann Tachibana, a junior from my university, my proud girlfriend, and soon-to-be wife. It's cold, right? Your nose is really red.
Don't say that. If it's cold, it's okay to cuddle up a bit, so I like it.
Anne's personality hasn't changed since we became adults. She's still a bit of a spoiled one, but it's a cute side to her. With the wedding approaching, I want to keep working hard with Anne. Hey, isn't that Kagami? What are you doing? I hear a familiar voice and see department head Kanda walking out from a popular coffee chain with a coffee in hand. Department head Kanda, good to see you. Good to see you too. Is this beautiful girl your girlfriend?
Nice to meet you. I'm Tachibana An, Shion's girlfriend.
I'm Seiichi Kanda, his department head. Nice to meet you, An-chan. By the way, do you like coffee? Since we're here, let me treat you to one. Department head Kanda goes back into the cafe and gets coffee to take out for us. Thank you, department head Kanda. No, it's nothing. Since you're with such a lovely girlfriend, it's special today.
Beautiful, you say? Thank you.
Department head Kanda is smiling much more brightly than when he's at work. Anne watches him and talks to him happily. After about 20 minutes, they had a chat outside while drinking coffee, and the two quickly became friendly. Well then, see you, An-chan.
Take care. Wow, Seiichi-san, he's a department head even though he's only a bit older than you.
Yeah, well, the people in our company's overall young.
Well, really? Then Shion-kun, you'll have to work hard too.
I can never forget the cold look on Anne's face at that moment. It still chills me to this day. Since then, the number of times we've met has drastically decreased. It's the day before the wedding. I thought it might be pre-wedding blues. We were planning to submit the marriage certificate right after the wedding. That night before the wedding. Huh? A message from department head Kanda? That's strange. I check my phone, wondering if it's work-related, and... I'm getting your wife now. Sorry for the message on the eve of your wedding. What? To my disbelief, there is a picture attached of Anne and department head Kanda with their bodies close together. The shock was so great that I couldn't think straight. I want to believe it's a manipulated image, but thinking back to Anne's strange behavior lately, it feels all too real. There is no way I can go through with the wedding like this. Then, I get a call from Anne. Hello, Anne? Where are you?
I'm glad you saw the picture. Well, since it's like that, we should just break up.
Anne shows no remorse as she ends the call. The betrayal is too much to bear.
Feel free to ask for alimony. It'll make things easier, and Seichi's rich, so...
Without waiting for my reply, Anne ends the call with a one-sided tone. Days after that, having lost everything from the peak of happiness, I couldn't focus on work, and I became like a shell of a person. I didn't explain the clear reason to my colleagues who were invited to the wedding, and I just kept apologizing. I made everyone worry. I wanted to vent my anger at department head Kanda, but I didn't want to make the workplace atmosphere worse due to my personal problems. I really should quit this company, shouldn't I?
You're eating all that?
I look up at the voice and see a woman giving me a disapproving look. She's Misaki Kakei, the head of the strategy consulting department and a rival to department head Kanda. They don't get along, and every time they meet, there is tension between them. Good morning, Director Kakei. Would you like to join me? I ordered too much.
Normally I'd yell at you for asking, but I can't leave this food behind. I'll eat it.
She is surprisingly easy to talk to. She listens to what I say and naturally brings up topics about me. She's probably a good person. I wonder if this person, who's feared in our department, is really that scary in our department.
So, what's bothering you?
Huh? You noticed?
It's so obvious even a child would notice. You don't usually eat this much. So many people are involved in making this meal. If you don't savor it, it'd be a waste.
Her cool tone reveals a hint of kindness. This is my first real interaction with her, and my impression has changed quite a bit. I'm sure she's someone I can trust. Feeling that, I decided to open up to her as much as I could.
He's really fallen that far. I understand the situation now. Kagami-kun, before you go somewhere else, why don't you try working under me for a while?
Huh? But so suddenly.
I only invite people I trust, both in ability and character. I know your evaluation, and after talking to you, I'm convinced. You're excellent, and I want you. Even if it's for a year or just 6 months, I want your time. Come work with my department. Kagami-kun, the proposal for Company A is tough the way it is now. Also, what's going on with the competitors?
I've prepared the impact of Company B's entry here. Please have a look.
I see. That was quick. Now, add the necessary details to the section I'm about to send, and revise the forecast for Company C's movements in the next 5 years.
My transfer request was swiftly accepted. And just like the rumors said, Director Kakei was even stricter than expected at work.
Tanaka-san, the proposal for Company D is good overall, but the numbers lack backing. I'm so sorry. I'll send the corrected numbers after recheck. Please review them. It's finally done.
After the day's work, everyone collapses like puppets with their strings cut, a familiar sight over the past few days. But despite the fatigue, I felt a greater sense of fulfillment in my daily work than before the transfer.
Kagami-kun, you're amazing! Some people who couldn't keep up with Director Kakai's strictness left the department, you know?
It's true she's strict, but I think she's a kind person. Director Kakei always adds something positive when giving feedback.
Now that you mention it, I see what you mean. And you're impressive, Kagami-kun, for noticing that so quickly. So, you're chatting when you could be working overtime instead.
Turning around, Director Kakei is glaring at us with cold eyes. Is it just me, or does her face seem a little flushed?
Director! No, of course not. I'm leaving now. Take care, Kagami-kun.
You're well liked, Director.
What are you talking about? Stop saying silly things and go home to rest. But Thank you.
Meanwhile, in the office of my former department, the voice of Director Kanda rings out with quiet anger. Huh. Why are you making such basic mistakes? Do you understand that you're getting high pay because of the expectations placed on you? I'm sorry. Everyone else too. Stop using words and show results with the numbers. Am I the only one who genuinely wants to fix the current situation? Director Kanda, isn't he being a little too harsh lately? Is it because he's being outdone by Director Kake?
He's always been like that. Until now, Kagami-kun was the buffer between us and the director. You know, he was good at finding the good parts in people and creating a positive atmosphere, right?
If you're chatting, you should be making tea instead. With your low skills and being old ladies, there's nothing else you can do, right? Low skills? Why are you saying such things?
Fine, I understand. Come on, Sato-san, let's go.
Now, a year after the engagement was broken, I found myself at an office social party. I've heard that the strategy department, with you included, has made great progress this past year. It used to feel like a military camp, but after you came, the atmosphere has brightened up, or so I've heard. I wish I could say I contributed that much.
By the way, since you've joined, Director Kakai's gotten a lot cuter, huh?
Hey, you're all smiles now, living the good life, huh? Hey, Kagami! Looking over, I see Director Kanda, already drunk from the amount of wine he's had, walking toward us. You all better listen carefully. This guy couldn't even make a proper proposal before, and I had to teach him everything from scratch. Right, Kagami? You're doing well now, but it's all thanks to my teaching. Yes, really. I owe a lot to you, Director Kanda. Heh, right? That's right. I'm getting married soon. You know who the bride is, right? I'll invite you to the wedding. From the way he's acting, it seems the bride is Anne Tachibana.
The meal's getting ruined. Could you please stop?
The sound of ice clinking in a glass echoes, and the atmosphere immediately falls silent. Huh? What do you want, Director Kake? I'm talking to him right now.
Get lost, little guy. He's my subordinate now. I won't tolerate any insults.
After a brief moment of silence, the room erupts in applause. It feels like all the female employees' eyes are hearts. Director Kake grabs my hand and leads me through the crowd. Behind us, we leave a trembling Director Kanda. Director Kake, thank you for what you did earlier for me. We found a bench on a quiet street and sat down. The stars are beautiful tonight.
Of course it's for you. But I couldn't just forgive things as they were. Kagami-kun, why didn't you respond when he said those things?
From her usual cool demeanor, Director Kake's words are now filled with straight-up warmth. If I had snapped there, it would have just ruined the mood. This is my personal issue with Director Kanda.
It's good to be mindful of others, but you should also take care of your own heart. This is an order from your superior. When you need to be angry, And when you want to cry, cry. Rely on me, your superior. We're not strangers anymore.
Director Kake, thank you. I'm glad I became your subordinate. At that moment, I had no idea that Director Kake was planning to take further action for me. I sincerely appreciate Director Kake's anger and how she expressed it so openly for my sake. After a while, Director Kake and Director Kanda are called by the CEO and head to a luxury restaurant in Tokyo. A direct call from the CEO. My luck's finally turning, though I don't like being with this woman.
The CEO says the road is busy, so they'll be a little late.
I see.
By the way, I heard you're getting married tomorrow. Congratulations.
Thank you, but I didn't invite you to the wedding.
Even if invited, I wouldn't go.
There was no warmth between the two of them, despite being on the same team and having contributed to the company.
You haven't changed at all, have you?
What are you talking about? The tone of Director Kake's voice sharpens as she addresses Director Kanda's evasive attitude.
When there's someone you don't like or someone better than you use dirty tricks to bring them down, don't you?
I don't get what you mean at all. Can you stop making accusations?
You used to say things like useless, incompetent to your subordinates, didn't you? Because of that, they were driven to believe they were really useless and ended up quitting the company. Many talented people who were expected to carry the company's future had their spirits crushed because of you. I'll never forgive that. I will never approve of your methods.
What are you talking about? I'm being harsh because I care, but what's up with the youngsters these days? They're just too weak. Without mental strength, they can't make it. Director Kanda sighs in exasperation. Misaki, not backing down, stares straight at him and replies.
So, you say you're teaching them for their own good?
Yes, that's exactly it.
Then you're saying the same about Kagami-kun.
For a moment, Director Kanda freezes at Misaki's words.
You knew it was Kagami-kun's girlfriend, yet you stole her away and married her. Is that the kind of teaching you're talking about?
Ah, so you heard. You're really into him, huh? Well, I'm not trying to hide it anymore. It's true that I got together with her even though I knew she was Kagami's. But love is like that, right? I guess you wouldn't understand, since you're a boring, stiff person who wastes your beauty. Wasn't it common to see your friends in school who swapped boyfriends and girlfriends like that? Ah, you probably don't even have friends like that.
Is that all you wanted to say?
Director Kake, not backing down at all, and seeing her, Director Kanda's fingers twitch.
You stole Kagami-kun's fiancé, sent him a photo of your affair the day before the wedding. And the reason to push him into despair was such underhanded tactics. It's obvious. Why? Isn't it? You recognized Kagami-kun's talent, and you saw him as a threat.
Tch, that's not it. I'm going to get rid of anyone who gets in my way, not just him. In both love and work, this world is all about stepping on others. No matter how many nice things you say, in love, the one who gets close to the girl wins. In work, the one who flatters the boss and steps on others wins. Stepping on others, cheating, climbing up, that's just part of my skill. That's why I was trying to force him to resign, but you got in my way.
I see. I understand your thoughts now.
Closing her eyes, Misaki mutters quietly. She seems completely resigned to Director Kanda. Now that you understand, you should just let me knock you down already. Director Kanda grins triumphantly, as if claiming victory, but...
Well, that's what he said. Did you hear?
Huh? With Misaki's voice, the sound of chairs scraping the floor echoes throughout the room. Director Kanda, you're the worst! I can't believe the reason Miyashita-san canceled the wedding was because of you!
You can't even be called a boss! Do you not know what noblesse obliges?
Employees from their departments, disguised as ordinary customers, were all there. What the hell are you doing here? Whatever. I don't care. It's not like I'm bothered by what you heard. And Director Kanda, is what Misaki said true? The CEO, disguised as an elegant gentleman at the next table, takes off his glasses and mask, glaring at Seiichi, who freezes in shock. Saizen-sama? What are you? Misaki-kun contacted me, saying she wanted to give you a surprise before your wedding. And that while she was at it, she wanted to make up with you.
I booked the whole place and had everyone gather.
The call from the company higher-ups was a complete lie. It was a plan to expose Director Kanda's misdeeds. Well, I'm disappointed in you. Director Kanda, I was supposed to send you my congratulations today, but now, it's unfortunate. The CEO, wait! Please, I need a chance to explain. We've already had enough of your explanations. Director Kanda, you're fired. The day before the wedding, Director Kanda is plunged into despair. The next day, as expected, Director Kanda and his bride, Anne, make a big scene on the way to their wedding.
Wait, what do you mean by being fired?
Shut up! I can deal with being unemployed. Someone as talented as me will easily find another job.
You think getting fired will make it easy to find a good job?
It doesn't matter, and you're practically just as guilty. Forget it, this conversation is over. We need to head to the wedding venue now.
Huh? Do you seriously think you could get married in this situation?
Heh, so are you gonna cut me off like you did Kagami? What a wicked woman.
How could I have chosen such a small-minded man?
What? Say that again!
I'll say it as many times as I want. You're a small fry. What is this? My life's big moment is ruined. What have I done to deserve this?
And so, they faced the worst wedding day of their lives, but there was no deep love between them. Anne, who had secretly invested and carried a massive debt without Director Kanda's knowledge, caused their marriage to completely fall apart. Before long, they divorced. Director Kanda lost both work and love in an instant, left only with debt. As for Anne, who had betrayed me, her selfish behavior finally led her to be abandoned by her parents. She was also shunned by the friends she had invited to the wedding, and she couldn't find a new partner, spending her days alone. Shion Kagami, now appointed as the new head of the financial consulting department. Nice to meet you. My past achievements were properly recognized, and I was promoted to department head, replacing Director Kanda. Director Kake and I are now competing as heads of different departments.
I won't lose, even if I'm up against you.
That's a Director Kake I know, but I'll do my best so I don't lose.
Today was really fun.
A year after becoming department head, Misaki and I now take time to go out on our days off.
That day the stars were just as beautiful, weren't they?
Yes, I can't express how happy I was when you got angry for me.
I'm so thankful too. And you've really grown since then.
Misaki's hand gently overlaps mine. I hold it, warming her cold hand. There are times in life when you think you'll never experience something like this. At those times, you might feel despair and want to give up. But no matter how hard it gets, there will always be people watching over you, people who care. Just like the sky connects the whole world, we will never be alone.
Hello, Brittany here. I love that last quote. It reminds me of somewhere out there. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the episode and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!